Are you stuck on how your main character passes the time or maybe what their hobby is? To help you overcome your writer's block, I'm going to show you how to read a tarot card as a storytelling tool. You're going to learn how to read the card intuitively, the actual meaning of the card, and how to associate it with your protagonist. I'm Chris, and I am a certified tarot reader who is building a community of writers who use tarot cards to help them overcome their writing blocks. So let's get into it! The first thing that writers need to consider when using tarot as a storytelling tool is to find a tarot deck that mostly matches the world that they are trying to create. Displayed is the Two of Pentacles from 4 different decks. Essentially, they all mean the exact same thing, but they're all going to give me different creative writing prompts. I'm creating a mermaid character, so I'm using a mermaid tarot deck. I highly recommend that if you're writing a vampire story, use a vampire deck. If you're writing a dragon story, use a dragon deck, a dog story, whatever. You need to find a tarot deck that mostly matches the world that you are trying to create. To start reading the Two of Pentacles intuitively, we are going to look at it with our 6 senses. What do we see, hear, feel, emotionally, feel physically within the card, taste, and smell? So here I see a rabbit performing a show for 2 mermaids. I see a performer. What do I hear? I actually hear the fish probably flopping around down there making little small splashes as like an ambiance to the show that the rabbit is doing. I maybe hear some forest sounds. I also maybe even hear the 2 mermaids clapping their hands as the rabbit does tricks. What do I feel emotionally when I look at this card? Wonderment, amazement, you know that rush of energy that you get when you're performing? If you're a performer, you know what I'm talking about. But you get this rush when you're performing a live show, and that's something that I feel in this card. I do kind of feel something from the audience of more enjoyment of the show. It doesn't look like that they're bored at all. So it looks like they are actually entranced by also what the rabbit is doing. What do I feel actually in the card physically? I might actually feel the pentacles being balanced if I'm the rabbit on my ear or on my toes. I might actually, if I'm the mermaids, I feel the water underneath or from the waist down. I kind of feel something. For some reason, mosquitoes just came up into my mind just now. I just kind of feel like there's weird life above the water. I don't know why, that just kind of came to my mind. I might also be able to feel the splashing of the fish splashing its water, like it's a splash zone. I don't really taste anything. I might be able to taste the coin, the copper, the gold, maybe the fish if I'm eating the fish later. Maybe grass, even if the grass, but I don't know that I'm really tasting much of more plant life, I guess. And what do I smell? Well, it's not very swampy. It still smells kind of mosquito-y and lush and wet, that kind of a thing, but I don't know that I'm smelling much of anything else. To get a little bit more associated with what the Two of Pentacles is trying to tell us, let's create a small short story with it as well. We can do an Act 1, an Act 2, an Act 3, what happened in the scene before, what happening in the scene now, and what's happening in the scene next. It can be as big or as small as you want. So for me, I'm actually, again, getting a performance here in Act 2. For Act 1, it's probably the prep of all of that. What's the makeup? All of the locations that they need to get clearance on, maybe the songs that they need to get clearance on, the pre-production part of the show. And then the next part would probably be the closing, maybe the closing bows of whoever else is actually in the show. Could be the fish, could be the rabbit, maybe there's a performer off screen. I'm getting maybe autographs being signed by the rabbit to the mermaids. That could be something kind of interesting to see. Yeah, just kind of a show, a pre-production, production, and post-production of a live entertainment show. Okay, so the actual meaning of the Two of Pentacles. Pentacles is associated with the element of earth. Earth is associated with our health, our body, and our money. In this tarot, there are cycles. Aces are the beginnings, tens are completion or the end. And with 2, it's the beginning. It's kind of starting out. I remember we got an ace earlier where it was just the idea, just the beginning. The 2s is kind of where that idea comes actually into play or actually starts manifesting physically or it becomes a real thing. So the 2s are also about balance. So it's almost like this thing is coming to life for real. How I like to associate the Two of Pentacles is the balancing of 2 things. Maybe you're balancing work and play. Maybe you're balancing 2 jobs, maybe 2 creative projects. It looks like also, look, if you see, oh, I didn't even realize this before. I thought the rabbit was actually on the grass behind, but it looks like the rabbit is actually balancing on the fish while balancing the pentacle, while balancing the other pentacle on his ear. So there's a lot of balancing of stuff going on here. And because it's not reversed, it looks like this person, it's like a healthy balance of work and play. So how do we associate this with our protagonist and what their favorite pastime or hobby thing is? I'm going to go performing. I'm going to go, this character likes to perform something. Maybe they are a secret singer. Maybe they like art. Maybe they like to balance different things. I almost feel like they're maybe split between 3 different hobbies or pastimes, because we've got a pentacle, and if we're balancing on the fish, I feel like they're balancing a couple of different things. And if we talked about earlier with all the swords that they want to branch out of their of the norm of what their reputation is or whatever, I wonder if one of these things actually takes off and they just kind of do this. Like, maybe, you know how people say it's bad to do adult work. Maybe this character wants to do adult work, and this character, like with that Ace of Swords that we talked about earlier, maybe this is the coming out, or maybe the story is they come out and say, hey, this is what I do in my spare time, and kind of rustle up some feathers, kind of a thing. But this is like what they do in their spare time. This is what this character is going to do to unwind, to decompress. Again, health, body, money, very physical. It's very things that you can touch. It's very grounded as well. If the Two of Pentacles came up for your main character's hobby or pastime, how would you have read the card? Please put that down in the comments, because I actually like seeing how other people read these tarot cards. If you're enjoying learning how to read tarot cards in this way, maybe you want to meet other writers who are also using tarot cards to overcome their writing blocks, maybe you want to enhance your own tarot practice or your writing practice, I'd like to invite you to join the Narrative Flow. It's a safe community where I am helping people just get more in tune with their spirituality and their creativity and feel more confident in the art that they want to put out into the world. In the next video of this series, I'm going to be going over some physical attributes that this main character probably has. Please remember to interact with this video so that I remain in your feed, and I will see you in the next one.